This is what is coming next in love for Pisces. I'm reading this pull on a specific Pisces, but this, if you're reading this and you happen to be a Pisces, if it resonates, then it could also be your reading. It could be more for more than one person, but I did pull the energy on a specific person. So I'm trying to look at it over the next 6 months, but it may or may not be 6 months because of how this kind of unfolded as I was asking the questions, which makes more sense. So the first question I asked is, what have you learned so far in your lessons in love? Okay. What's holding you back from meeting healthy love? What makes you ready? Okay. And then when you are ready, who's coming and why? Okay. So let's start off with what you've learned. So you've definitely learned to take the power in your own hands. So, maybe when you first started out in love, you were giving your power away, or maybe you had some codependent kinds of energy. Well, that's what you've learned. You don't have that anymore. Okay. So, you have learned to take care of yourself, particularly financially. But also you've learned to stand on your own and be a happy single person, basically. You're complete and whole is what you've learned. So, you are complete in yourself financially. You are complete in yourself in happiness. You're not thirsty. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not out there being thirsty. Okay. You've learned, to take all the power back, and you are holding all the power. Okay. But let's look at what's holding you back from a healthy relationship. Okay. So there is some energy here that you have to get rid of, and it's going to take a tower. This is the tower. It's going to take a tower moment to do it. So this pretty much is, we're looking probably at some kind of, either a toxic pattern or an addiction of some kind. Especially the devil with the root chakra, that can be like addictions of the flesh. So like, porn addiction or sex addiction or alcoholism or some kind of drug, stuff like that. There's some skill that you need to learn, to get on top of this, whatever it is. And there is some kind of tower moment, that either it has just happened, okay, or it's about to happen, but something that really shakes this up, and you need for this to happen. This is fated for this to happen, because this is an energy that's blocking you from getting love. Whatever it is, it's going to be the devil energy. So it's something toxic. I don't think it's codependency, because that's what you've learned to get over. So you did have codependency issues in the past, but that's what you've learned, and you're over that. You're not codependent anymore. Unless you have some lingering toxic patterns from codependency, that's a possibility here. But to me, this feels like an addiction. It really does feel like something, alcohol, weed, something like that. And then this is the tower. So you need some kind of tower moment that's going to knock you out of this. This may have already just happened for you, because we just went into the eclipse season, and a lot of people over the eclipse, they were really knocked sideways, particularly with bad habits. So this might have just happened rather recently, or it's about to. So what do you need to do? What makes you ready for this relationship that's coming for you? And there is a relationship coming for you. But what makes you ready for it? So, okay. There's this, it's a control issue. So, and that may be what this is too. This could also be like a control issue. So the control issue is like, sometimes this is like, you need to let go and let God. Okay, so sometimes we like to kind of dictate how our future's going to be. And sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. It's like what you think you want isn't necessarily what the universe wants for you. So you have to like let go of that. There's a deep fear in you that when you get, okay, so this is actually part of this energy. Okay, so like for example, when you get with someone and you really want it to work, you know, and you invest a lot of time in this person, but the thing is you're not meant to be with this person, but you hold on anyway. So it's like that energy where, you know, you should have broken up with somebody after the first year, but, you know, here you are five years later with the person that you should have left years ago. It's that energy. That's what you have to get rid of before this other person's going to come in. So this could be an actual person that you're oh my gosh. Okay. So this is another explanation. If there is some kind of toxic person that is around you, that's what's blocking you and you're holding on to this person. So there is possibly an energy. Okay, I just got chills in my right leg. Okay, so there might be an energy of somebody that is not meant for you. This is a toxic person. So either, you know, I said that this looks like alcohol, or you could be attached to an alcoholic. And you keep trying to make it work with this person, or maybe a narcissist or something like that. I'm not saying you're a narcissist. I'm saying that there could be somebody that you're energetically attached to, like you have a cord attached to that person, and that's what is holding you back. And what the problem is you keep trying to think that it's going to work. You hold on to people too long, people that aren't meant for you. And that's the energy that you have to get out of. You have to like learn to let go and let God. You know, rejection is protection. Okay. So if anything's happening and you're like, you know what, this is kind of a shitty situation. Well, let that person go. Let them go. Okay. And then this is the energy that is in actually letting them go. This is you're letting go of control over the situation, and you're allowing the universe to do what the universe needs to do. There is a control that you have where in your head, you don't want to fail. It's like a fear of failure. So you want to you just don't want to admit that it's not going to work. Okay. So, and you might have this pattern with a lot of different people. So you might get into this with somebody and right quickly you realize the relationship isn't going to work, and yet you hang on anyway. Okay. That's what you have to let go of in order for this other person to come in. And if you are tied to a toxic person, that is the person you need a cord cutting, ceremony type of a deal, because you can't make room for a healthy person to come into your life if you still have the cords attached to another person. And that means like maybe you're lending them money. Maybe you're still calling them a friend. Maybe you're still talking to them, you know, not necessarily that you're still messing around with them, but like, you know, you're still attached to them in some kind of way. You got to break all ties with that. If this is you and you have some kind of toxic pattern, there is some kind of break or tower that has to happen, either with a person or with your own toxic patterns that you need to come to grips with. This is just learning to let go and let God. Once you do that and you let go of the control, this is a control problem, then you've got this person that's coming into your life. Okay, so this person is just magical. So this person's a healer. You will recognize them because either they come from your childhood or they feel like they come from your childhood. Meaning like when you meet this person, you're going to feel like you've known them your whole life all of a sudden. Even maybe sometimes that just happens. Like sometimes they're either from a similar world, like a similar background to you, or you did actually know them in your childhood. Either way, this is a soul contract. So you definitely knew this person in a past life. Another thing is they could have been somebody really significant to you in a past life as well. This is a spiritual connection. This is not so much a physical connection, although it is physical, but it's very spiritual. This person balances you. So everything that you have to offer that you can bring to somebody, this person can match it. So this person is financially independent. This person is a healer. This person is very tempered, very calm, very soothing. Okay. So this person is not going to come into your, so I tried to pull a 6-month. And so I was saying what's in the next 6 months. I don't necessarily know that this is the next 6 months for sure. This is just the next person that's coming to you. And this person isn't going to come to you until this is dealt with. And, you know, maybe this is dealt with already. So then this person could come like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it takes 6 months for this to be dealt with and then this person comes. But this person doesn't come until this stuff is finished. So what is the purpose of this relationship? This is kind of interesting. So first of all, this is a soul contract. So this is a soulmate. This is a soulmated person. Okay. So you have the Lover's card. So that could mean that this is your person that you're with forever, of course. Or it could, this also could just indicate that it is a soul contract of a higher level. So it's not necessarily a karmic contract. So interestingly enough, this is a karmic contract. So whoever you're dealing with in your past, that was a karmic soulmate. This is not a karmic soulmate. This is a healing soulmate is what it is. So the one of the big purposes that they bring and they come into your life is they do an incredible healing for you. Like I said, this is a healer. A healer is coming to you and they do an incredible healing for you that balances out karma. So you were done wrong in the past and that wasn't ever energetically rectified, if that's the right word. This rectifies it. So it's like this person comes and brings you the completion and the healing and the wholeness that you needed from emotional whiplash and torture that you have dealt with in a past relationship. This person is the healing closure for that. It's full circle. I don't, yes, it could be like a lifetime thing because of course you have the Lovers here. You also have this. I mean, this is a spirit. You have a lot of spiritual cards here. Okay. So this is the crown chakra. I mean, so this is a spiritual connection. This connection could also make you, this connection is going to heal you and it's going to make you look out to the world. There's this quote from John and Abigail, I guess his name, Adams, the second president, where they said, they are two people that sit next to each other and look out to the world, not two people that sit beside each other and stare into each other's eyes. It's that kind of connection. This might be a twin flame or it's definitely a soulmate. In those type of connections, it's not like overly encompassing with the other person. It's more like you're secure. It's going to bring you to a secure attachment, first of all. So in that secure attachment, you have the freedom to put your energy and your passions out to the world. And this person completely supports that. So, whether it's temporary or forever, I don't know. But that's, I think, a really beautiful, beautiful soul. You have a really beautiful soul waiting for you. Just got to get rid of some toxic stuff over there and let go of some control. All right. Hope you like your reading.